This video will show you how you can create a blog-styled WordPress website which looks clean, is easy to edit, and perfect for beginners. I'll walk you through the whole process from start to finish, from getting a domain name, getting website hosting, installing WordPress onto your hosting, then creating the website, choosing the theme, and finally, writing your own blog post. At the end of the video, you'll have a fully working WordPress website set up. So if you're ready to learn this, then watch this video all the way until the end and take action. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to need you guys to do is click on the link in the description, and that will take you to this website here called bluehost.com. Now on Bluehost, what we can do is we can get website hosting and a website domain that we can install WordPress on. So you need to go to bluehost.com, I'll leave it in the description, and then you can go ahead and click on Get Started, and that will take you to the sign up page where we can choose our plan and get started with Bluehost. So here you can see, bring your website to life. Shared hosting is the easiest, most economical way to get your website connected to the internet so you can start building it. And that's exactly what we're going to do with Bluehost. So we can scroll down here and they have different plans. Now, if you're serious about getting a website created, you are going to need to invest a small amount of money each month into getting that website up and running. Now is the time to start that business, start that website hosting for literally less than 2 cups of coffees per month. So the recommended choice by Bluehost is going to be Choice Plus. And you can see here it's $5.45 per month. It's also normally $20. So you can see for that you get 40 GB of free storage, you get unlimited websites, you get a free domain name, you get custom WordPress themes, and also what's important here, and this is why I recommend the Plus plan, you also get domain privacy. So when someone tries and looks up your domain, they're not going to be able to find any information about you. As opposed to if you go ahead and get the basic plan here, you can see they don't have domain privacy. So that's why I recommend you go for this Choice Plus plan. So go ahead and click on Select, and I'll run you through all of this. I'll run you through how to buy it and then how we can get WordPress installed. So next we need to set up our domain. Now most of you are going to be creating a domain right now, and you can see your domain will be your website's address. So youtube.com is a domain name, facebook.com is a domain name. You need a domain name for your website, so you can think of one and write it in here and see if it's taken. One thing I will say is when you're creating your domain name, make sure that you have either the .com or .net extension because they're favored by Google. I wouldn't go and create some random extension like .tech or .co. Just choose with the most common ones like .com and .net. So I'm going to try and see if my domain name is available. So I'll just try and register KnowledgeBase. So I've typed in my domain name. I'm now going to click on Next, and we'll see if KnowledgeBase is available. So you can see knowledgebase.com is currently unavailable, so is .net, so I'm going to try and find something else. I'm going to go ahead and try KnowledgeBase on youtube.com, and we'll click on search, and you can see KnowledgeBase on youtube.com is available, so we're going ahead and click on get it for free. That's going to add it to our cart. We can then click continue. So you can see it is available, and we now need to enter in these fields, which are going to be our first name, last name, our country, an email address, and you can also go over the payment instructions in a second. So let me first fill out this first part. So once you've entered in your personal information, you can now go to the package information page. Here you can choose your plan. So you can either choose to register for 12 months or 36 months. If you register for 12 months, which is what I recommend, after 12 months, you can then cancel it if it's not for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the 12-month plan. That's going to tell me the price. Here, it's going to tell me our domain name, which we're registering. We have free SSL, a free site backup, and domain privacy. Then we've got here package extras. What I would recommend you do is uncheck any of these package extras. You don't actually need any of these. So now that should bring your price down. So the price that we're paying today is $78.48. And you can see we've saved $174. So now I'm going to enter in my card details, and I'm going to pay for this. In fact, I'm going to click on this button and I can then pay with PayPal, so I'll do that. So now we're just waiting for the payment to go through, and then we should be all good. So there we go, success. Next, let's create your account. It takes just a few seconds. All you have to do is pick a username and password. So go ahead and click here where it says create your account. So now we can go ahead and create a password and retype the password. Now if you get an error message like me saying your account is in the process of being created, just go ahead and refresh the page, and there you can see my domain name has updated and we can now retype our password. Okay, so now we should be good. We're being redirected to the Bluehost portal, and now we can see it's the beginning of our adventure. And now we can go ahead and create our website. So click here where it says create your website. And what I would recommend you do here is learn Bluehost and WordPress from scratch. So I'm going to say no help needed. So now we're going to be creating a blog, and it's going to be an education blog. We're creating the site for myself. We can click continue, and then you can give your site a name and a tagline. Now you can change this later, so don't worry too much about this. Just put something here. I'm not going to enter in a tagline, we'll just keep the name filled out. We can then continue, and then it's going to try and get you to choose a theme. Now you can choose a theme now, but all of these themes are going to be available later. And what I would recommend you do is choose the theme that I choose so you can create the same website as me and I can show you the settings. So we're going to scroll down here and we're going to go to the bottom and click on skip this step. And now WordPress should be installing. So just be patient. This can take up to 15 minutes. Just be patient and WordPress will be installed to Bluehost. Alright, so now we're inside of Bluehost and this is what you should be seeing. You should be on the home page. And if you go to My Sites here, you should be able to see all of your websites and the ones you've just created. So I'm going to click no thanks to this offer. And you can see here is our website that we've just installed. We can now go ahead and click on Manage Site and we can log into WordPress in the top right hand corner. And there you can see it's redirected us into WordPress. We're going to get some notifications which we don't need. We can skip these. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and preview our site. So if we hover over our site, we're then going to see Visit Site. Now I'm going to right click on this and open link in a new tab. So we can then have a look at our website. Now everything might be a little bit slow at the minute because you've just installed WordPress. That's completely normal, don't freak out. But here is our website. Now remember, we skipped the theme and we haven't customized anything yet. So now we'll put the theme on and I'll show you what you need to do and how you can create your first blog post, as well as cover some important things that you need to know about your site and how you can customize it. So what we need to do now, we need to go ahead and go to Appearance, just hover over it and then go to Themes, and now we can choose a theme which fits our website. So if you go ahead and we just go ahead and scroll down, you can see we've got Add New Theme, or if you go here to Add New, you can choose from WordPress's themes. So when you click on Add New, it's going to then redirect you to this window where they currently have, of recording this video, 5,400 themes you can choose. So you can choose a popular one or you can choose from the latest. Now the theme that I'm going to use in this video is a theme called Blogus. So if you go to the top right to search themes and you just type in Blogus and then click enter, you'll be able to see it here. So here is Blogus. I'm going to go ahead and install this theme so we can customize our website with this theme. So now it's installed. If you go back to the tab you've got open and refresh, and you can do this for any change, you should be able to see it on your website. So it currently hasn't changed, so we need to figure out what's wrong here. So now we need to click on activate, and that should activate onto our website. Okay, so now you've got welcome to Blogus. Now we're going to go ahead and refresh this, and we should have this theme on our website. So here is our blog with the new theme, and you can see within 5 seconds, by just adding a new theme, we've completely changed how our website looks. We've got recent posts, which are waiting to be filled out here. You've got a search bar, recent comments, you can add different categories. And once you start to make these posts, you're going to fill up your website and you can obviously create different pages. You can link to your social medias, and I'm going to show you how you can do all of that right now. This is why I love WordPress, and this is why if you want to create a serious blog, you need to be creating a blog with WordPress using something like Bluehost to host it. So we're going to go back into the WordPress dashboard and we can now start to customize all of this. So if you hover over the appearance section, you've got different things you can customize. So you've got themes, we've just added a new theme. You've got customize, widgets, menus, header, background, and so on. So the first thing we're going to do is go to customize. Here we can see the site live, and here you can change things, and you just go down the list and change everything that you want. So if you go to site identity, you can upload a logo if you want. So if you click on select logo, you can then select a logo from your files. You want to change the site title. So I'm going to change the title to KnowledgeBase. And you can see it's changing it live. KnowledgeBase. So here is knowledge, would help if I spelt it right. Here is KnowledgeBase. Obviously you can write what you want here. I'm just going to remove this because we don't really need the tagline. You can then also change the site title size. So we can bring this down and you can see it's now updated, or I'm just going to leave it on 60, which is the default. And then you can also go into other stuff like selecting a file icon. But anyway, we're going to run with this. We're going to click on publish. Okay, so I want to be real with you. At this point, I clicked on save changes and I got this error message. And a lot of people, when they see an error message like this, when they're creating something complicated like a website, they're going to freak out. But all I did is I went to Bluehost, I went to their chat support, and I basically explained what the problem is. And they helped me and they told me that the website will be live in 20 to 30 minutes. So if you're having problems and you're stressing out and you've got error messages, go ahead and contact Bluehost support. I just wanted to point that out there to be real and tell you that you are going to have problems sometimes, but just message support, get through it, and keep creating your website. Online business isn't easy. You are going to have problems. You just have to push through them and find the solution. Okay, so now we're back after waiting 20 minutes, which is what support said. Everything's back up and working. We're just going to change the site title again, and we're going to click publish, and hopefully this time we have no issues. Okay, so now it looks like we're all good. We can click on back, and we can go ahead and change these. So you've got your social icons here. You can either hide these or show them. Now there's 5 by default. So if you go ahead and click on the first social, you can scroll down here and choose an icon. So let's say we want to choose YouTube. Then we can go ahead and enter in our link. I'll grab the link to my YouTube channel and we'll paste it in here. And then we can go ahead and update that. Now you can go ahead and do this for all of these different social icons here. So add Twitter, add Instagram, and so on. You can customize things in the menu. Theme options is a good one to go ahead and have a look on. You can change things like the font. You can change the pages. So on a blog page, do you want the first letter to be big? Do you want the category of the blog post to show? Do you want it to show the date and time or the date and author? These are all things that you can customize with these themes, and you can go ahead and do this in your own time. So this is all on customize, by the way, and you can go ahead and go through all of this. Obviously, I can't cover all of this in one video, but this is here if you need it. So I'm going to click on publish and we'll go ahead and customize one thing that I will show you. What I will show you here is if you go to appearance and you go to widgets, you'll then be able to see the widgets that are on your site. So again, let's just preview our site by going to the site name and then right clicking visit site in the top right hand corner. So here you've got your widgets. You've got search, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and so on. Now let's say you wanted to remove one of these or you wanted to move them around. To do that, make sure you're on the sidebar widget area, and then you could go ahead and click on one of these widgets. And let's say we wanted to remove the search bar. You could then click here and remove search. And let's say we don't want recent comments either, where we can click on that, click on the 3 dots, and then remove group. So now we've got recent posts. I'm going to also remove archives. And it really is this simple. Just delete, remove group. And now we'll keep here recent posts and categories. We can then go ahead and update this. And now if we refresh our page, it's going to update here on our blog. So we've now got recent posts and only categories. Now let's go ahead and create a post. So if you go ahead and go to posts, you can add new, and we can write a new post here, which will go live on our blog. So you can see here we are inside of the blog editor. First, we need to add a title. So you obviously need a title to post about. I'll write a post about the best camera for YouTubers. If you click up here, you can then add like different elements here. So you've got your text elements, you've got media, you can add YouTube videos, you can add buttons and columns, and you can create here a blog post. So I'm going to drag in a paragraph, and now we're going to write out our blog post. For the video, and just to keep it simple, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write my blog post, but obviously you will put the time in yourself to write the blog post yourself. Okay, so here is our blog post, which we're going to use as an example. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this, and we'll insert it into our website. So go to your website and we'll just paste it in here. So here you've got your blog post. Now what you can do is you can go ahead and highlight different points and you can make them bigger. So let's say we want this to be medium or large. So here we can make all of the different points large and the standard text just a standard size. Again, you can also go to the plus icon. You can add things like YouTube videos, and media, and you can add quotes, and you can do a lot of stuff inside of this window here. Let's say we wanted to add a video here. We can then upload a video, or we can insert from URL. Let's click on insert from URL. We'll now paste in the URL of a video. So let me just find one on YouTube. Best cameras for YouTube. I spelled that a bit wrong. Okay, so let's grab this one, copy link address, and obviously you would insert what's relevant here. I'm just showing you some of the features. Okay, so now you should have that post published. Now if you go to your website, we're going to refresh and we should see our post. So here you've got best cameras for YouTube. Now what we might also want to do is add an image. Okay, so I'm choosing this picture of a guy vlogging because it's more fitting. I can then save this image. You just want to then search for featured image, post featured image, drag this on, and I'm going to replace the current image. Upload. Then we can select that file, click open, and there you go. Now we've got a better image than that blurry one. We can now update. And once that's done updating, if we go to our blog and refresh, you've now got your blog post here with the image, which actually looks really good. Now, a couple more things you can do. If you go ahead and go back to WordPress, you can actually change and add more pages here. You can categorize these blog posts. And as you start to create blog posts, it's going to fill up here, which I also think is a nice feature of this theme. Just real quick on pages, if you go to pages, you go over to all pages, you can then scroll down, and here you've got sample page. So you might want to go ahead and trash the sample page. And then if you go back to your site and refresh, we should just have home instead of sample page. So there you go. Now this is how you can build your blog on WordPress just by tweaking small things and going into the settings. Now I recommend you go ahead and write your first blog post now, get it live, get some traction to your blog and start creating. I'll make more advanced videos in the future, but I hope this video was a good enough guide for beginners and it guided you successfully. Let me know what your blog is in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.